Hey, hey, welcome to your Tuesday. It's 10 o'clock-ish. I think that's what we'll call it today. And that means that it's time for the Julie Holiday Social Media Show. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. It's episode 5, and I have so many other really fun things in the works. We have some great guests that are coming up. Today is actually a little bit different. It's going to be more so focused on my favorite places in this area. A huge part of one of my many philosophies and advice that I've heard before is to grow where you're planted. And so I absolutely just love living in Northeast Ohio. I've lived also in California. And while that also had its perks, it's just really great to live in a place that is not only affordable and incredibly like friendly as far as that goes. Like the cost of living here is nothing compared to like a New York City or um like LA basically. And it's just there's so much that's here. And what I hope that you feel is just my gratitude for living really in this area. I've been seeing and hearing a lot about what's going on as far as this is going to be nothing controversial, by the way. It's actually just about summer somewhat coming to a close. And I don't subscribe to that. I am not, I just love the summer so much. And so I would like for most of us to really stop talking about fall. I'm not going to talk about fall today. There's still 41 days of summer. And, I'm all about too, like living in today. Like today is like the best we can do. Like, what can we do today, this moment? So I just want to have a little cheers. I'm drinking from my huge coffee cup that I love. And I've already had a cup of coffee, so that's a little bit of water. Um, 41 days till summer is coming to a close. And I wanted to, with that, I really would like to highlight something that is important to me, which is animal care. And if you are thinking about adopting an animal, I want to just highlight. So the animal story of today is Haven for Pets. Now, this is like an adoption site that really focuses more so on the people in Summit County. So you can come here. It's havenforpets.com. Again, havenforpets.com. And this is a place where you're able to sort of fill out a form and you can find a pet. I would recommend calling their number that they have listed on their sites. Again, havenforpets.org, O-R-G, correction, and filling out a form. And you can do cats or dogs. And here's that form you fill out. It looks like pretty straightforward. And then it takes you to petfinder.com. And the way that you would contact them, it's a pretty simple form, 330-310-1322. And, with the cold weather way down the line, it's not today, but it's something that, we need to really consider, especially living in a place that has all the seasons. It's something that is close to my heart of taking care of your pets and making sure that they're inside. And at any time, we're going to hear actually from Cole, I'm sure, my beloved dog, who I just love so much. So if you're thinking about getting a pet, take a look at havenforpets.org. They're located in Summit County. They're all volunteer based. And so it's just a cool, another place to hopefully, be able to support as we get into the colder months, again, way down the road. So today I just really wanted to kind of highlight, most of my favorite places like in Northeast Ohio. And, growing up here, I grew up in the Falls. I grew up Cuyahoga Falls, Black Tigers, like, I have such pride. So there's so many different places. And I was thinking like, well, what do I want to hone in on first? And so our first stop is going to be in Medina. And Medina has a lot of little hidden gems. And I love the drive from Akron to Medina. You basically get off of 18 and it's this really unique stretch. There's a lot of, it's like a 4-lane like road, and it's very scenic. It's right off of the highway. It's between 77 and 71. And if you get the opportunity, there's a humongous toy store. There's a ton of outdoor, um, not just like outdoor equipment, but also outdoor furniture. There's a gorgeous spa, so if you get off on 77 and then just take that 18 stretch, it's just such a beautiful place to drive. So even the drive to Medina, I always have really enjoyed. And if you're not familiar, this is the, oh gosh, am I like let me see, make sure. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. The public historic district, like that public square area is just so quaint and so cute. There's coffee shops. There's even like a bridal boutique, and you just park your car and you can just walk around. And I always like to call little places like that, like any town USA. I think that like you can just be really entrenched in the local vibes that you could just be in any town USA. So I feel that Medina is one of those places. So before the summer's end, those 41 days, please take a little drive to Medina. I hope that you really enjoy it. And then something while you're there. And Nancy, I see you, my sweet friend. It's so good to see you this morning. Thanks for commenting. I do appreciate that. I believe you're over there on YouTube. I'm not sure if I can see the Instagram or Facebook comments, but I am able to see the YouTube. So, but hey, give it a shot. You never know. I'll mention you if we're live. Another thing that's really fun that you don't just have to do in the summertime is this alien vacation mini golf. And if you've never been there, it's actually like really satisfying. Like you go in and you you're like covered in all of this like blue light and just like random, really well done fun. And so, take your family. It's definitely something for the kids. Like you definitely want to make like a little afternoon of it. It's just really like it's just kind of fun. Like you're just in this like playland. Not something that you have to do necessarily on like one of those really beautiful days, but if it's like really hot or as we're coming into those colder months, like maybe your plans have changed and you're needing to kind of be inside or you're needing to kind of bundle up, a really fun spot. So that's really close to that downtown area. And my family and I have gone here and it was a blast. And you basically do like mini golf inside with like a lot of like blue light features. And so I definitely recommend that. I think it's a blast. And there's also a really cool like adult beverage location inside. Definitely recommend. And I would like to go back there as well. And it's attached to Castle Noel, which is a whole nother attraction that I believe is worth a stop. It didn't make the actual top favorites list, but it is an honorable mention. And it's just a year-round Christmas celebration, basically. And you can just tour so many different things. Next on our tour of Northeast Ohio is one of my favorite locations that I gratefully stumbled upon, Lakewood Park. If you have not been there, you do not need a cent to your name in order to go there. There's free parking and you could spend the entire afternoon, you could spend the entire day in Lakewood Park. It's basically just a short drive from downtown. You're going to take that shoreway. It's a beautiful drive. You're right along Lake Erie. You're basically going past Edgewater Park on Clifton Boulevard. Just keep going and you will end up at Lakewood Park. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you're taking a look right now, like look at this photo. I did not take this photo, but this is a beautiful representation. They have these amazing stairs that you're able to basically sit and take your computer if you wanted to. You could meet up with friends there, but this entire open area is all like You can have a picnic, and you're not right on top of one another. It is something that is just so incredibly worth it to check out. So please go to Lakewood Park. My husband and I went there, and the views are just magnificent. I mean, again, anywhere USA, you could be along a coastline of an ocean and you would not know the difference. Like, it is just so beautiful right along Lake Erie. Highly recommend. The stairs there are just so incredibly peaceful. The view of downtown from Lakewood Park is incomparable. Absolutely a must see. Go there, go there, go there. And again, you don't need a single cent to your name. And you can take the kids, you can take your mother-in-law, you can take your uncle, you can go with coworkers. It's just so much to see. And they even have these little park areas, and there's like a water park on the inside of it, which I have not actually been inside of that, but it looks so cool. So really, Lakewood Park is definitely where it's at. Next on our list is one of my absolute favorite places. And before I go into this, so, growing up in Northeast Ohio, a blessing that I consider is to have had some of my family roots in Chagrin Falls. And oh my goodness, like, talk about the quaintest little city in America. It is out of a storybook, and actually it's been the center of a few different movies. Miracle Dogs is one of them with Stacy Keach, and actually my family has some history within that. My grandpa was an artist for the town, and he helped create those. He illustrated those books that became a movie later on. So Chagrin Falls just has such a special place in my heart. We've already passed Blossom Time, but Blossom Time is during Memorial Day weekend. Add it to your inner register, write it down somewhere in your, things that you want to do. For next year, Memorial Day weekend, go to Chagrin Falls for Blossom Time. I promise you, it's just one of those places where you're like, I just love it here. It is so cute, and the shopping is really nice. Like the more very like gorgeous upscale, beautiful shops, tons of history there. It's right along the most beautiful waterfalls that you'll ever see. I mean, truly. And really, my family, my grandpa specifically painted these falls several times and has the most gorgeous paintings of these. And it's just, your breath will be taken away. And it's truly just absolutely magnificent. There's actually a beautiful restaurant that's right along this gorgeous piece of land, and you can just sit right on top of the falls basically. And it's so worth it to check out for sure before summer's over. Chagrin Falls is also very beautiful in the winter, but I don't like to go outside ever in the winter. If you see me outside, it's because I'm being forced or I am getting paid to be outside. No, I'm just kidding. But truly, and visit the popcorn shop there too. You might have to get in a little bit of a line because it's becoming such a tourist attraction, but the popcorn shop is worth it. And when I was little, I would always get these. I just loved it. It was like the best thing as a kid, getting a popcorn ball and just walking through Chagrin Falls. And it's just so nostalgic. And even if you don't have roots there, I know that you'll love it. It's a little bit north of Solon, a little bit over by Bentleyville and Reminderville, which, what kind of amazing name is Reminderville? That sounds so cute. I just love that. I know that you will enjoy the picturesque parts of Chagrin Falls. It's just the best. Also during Blossom Time, there's a carnival that you can check out. They put it right along the falls, and it's truly just absolutely gorgeous. So please check it out. I know you'll love it. I do. I know you'll love it. So today, just those are my favorites, and some honorable mentions that I would be remiss if I didn't speak about in Northeast Ohio. Cuyahoga Valley National Parks there's many different trails around us, and each one has a special story. It has a special vibe. just take hike boots and just go. I mean, it's somewhere that we each can just sort of like escape to. And I value the national parks here. It's something that not every state has. And talk about the changing of the weather. You know, in Northeast Ohio, we have something that's quite unique to us, and that is the changing of the seasons. And so we are able to get a front row view doing that by visiting these parks. So I just want to encourage you to visit the parks as well. And one of my favorite is Sand Run. I absolutely love Sand Run, but there's tons in the Merriman Valley. They're all over. They're all over this area. Another one on the honorable mentions list that I think is just a beautiful anywhere coastal USA is Menor Headlands, and heading there, and it's right along Lake Erie, and you've got to check out Pickle Bill's. It is a restaurant that is exactly as it sounds. It's campy. It is random. It is like you're going to want to take all the pictures, and there's so many things to talk about. You know, sometimes like whenever you're sitting down for a meal and you don't always know what to say and what to talk about, Pickle Bill's is not going to give you that issue. Like there's so many random things around you, and the cuisine is delicious. It's very coastal, and it's almost like you're on a vacation. So, you know, make the 40-minute drive to Menor Headlands and go there, go enjoy your time at the beach, and then go to Pickle Bill's, and it's right also along the water, and you'll feel like you are on vacation. And that's like one of the best things that I love about this area is that just going 30 minutes one way and you feel like you're on vacation. So that's just one of our favorites, Pickle Bill's. I love it. It usually has a wait, so it doesn't need any sort of promotion. They are usually doing fabulous. And the place that I'm also hoping on my summer bucket list is Cedar Point, of course. But I even told my husband this year, I'm like, I kind of want to go, but like not ride any rides. I'm kind of at that state now that I'm like, I feel like I get a little fearful on rides. But there's really nothing like being right along the lake. Oh my gosh, just being right along the lake, Lake Erie, and riding these roller coasters where on one side, when you're at the top of the hill, is I think it's 60. I was doing a little research. It's 63 rides. Let me just make sure. I think it was 63 rides that came up. That's a quick Google search that I am not going to do now. But basically, you know, seeing the park on one side and then basically viewing. When I look at Lake Erie, I think of it as an ocean, and that kind of helps my not thinking that it's just like a big lake. But even so, I mean, it's just such a gorgeous body of water. So just being with that duality of both and just seeing what a beautiful world that we do live in. And it's just great. So those are a few of my favorite places. That's what I wanted today to be about, and just to share that with you. I hope that you're inspired, and I would love to know what's on your list. If you want to message me or email me, it's julie@julieholiday.com. You can also just message me on any platform. I'd be happy to hear what your favorites are, or what I should maybe include in future highlights. So some upcoming interviews that we have in August are Lolo Knows. She is a Northeast Ohio musician and artist, and you are going to love her style. She has a very signature style, and she actually has taught me truly how to apply lipstick. Like if you ever see my lips and they're like on point, like it's Lolo, like she knows. And she helped me. Also, another guest that I have coming up that I think you will really enjoy is Danette Kubanda. And she is a professional stylist. She's a professional publicity consultant. So basically, she helps people style their messages. She has worked in several different news stations all over the country. She has done some of the big ones, okay, like huge ones. And she sits down with us and she tells us about how to sell basically be confident, how to speak to our ideas in order to really help them to be communicated effectively, and all about those bite-sized little clips of things that we're passionate about. So that's coming up later this month. I'm very excited. Again, every Tuesday at 10. It's a little bit different every week. I would love to know what you like and, what the bones continue to be. So I'm just so grateful for technology and being able to come to you in the way that I am. And I truly enjoy doing this. And so with that, I also just want to, my end thoughts for you. And this is what I lean on as well. Some minutes are better than no minutes. And set your timer. I've been setting my timer for 10 minutes, and little tasks, that are really difficult sometimes to do that seem easy, but when it comes down to it, it's actually really hard to do. I set my timer for 10 minutes, and at the end of the 10 minutes, I end the task. And so, as always, some minutes are better than no minutes. And I truly hope that that helps you. And yeah, and with that, I'm gonna play a little bit of music. I will get the outro for sure. But hey, it was wonderful to be with you, and I will see you next Tuesday at 10.